Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So as some of you guys might know, or you just guessed it from looking at how tired I am, but our beautiful son Lennon has been born. He's perfect, he's healthy. Mum did an incredible job. She's healing, she's resting right now. We literally couldn't be happier. So I thought today I'd answer some questions you guys have sent in about fatherhood whilst cooking up some lovely grub for my lovely wife. And we're gonna be making today lovely Mexican pinto bean meatballs. So what we're quickly learning about having a newborn is just how precious time is. Like right now, I don't have time to be making these big feasts and roasts because efficiency is key, but at the same time, we want to eat well, especially right now because our son's nutrition and food is coming from his mother. So only problem is, even going to the grocery store right now is a bit of an ordeal, which is why I'm so happy that the lovely guys at Green Chef are sponsoring this video. You guys know how much we love HelloFresh and the convenience. They send us stuff, it's so simple, it makes us learn, we have all the ingredients, it's less packaging, and they now own Green Chef. And how Green Chef differ is that they cater around your lifestyle. So they do vegan, vegetarian, paleo, keto, they're a USDA certified organic company, sustainably sourced, it's clean, it's high quality, so everything you need so you feel good about what you're eating and where it came from. Ingredients come pre-measured, perfectly portioned, and mostly prepped, which is a time saver. They're also the most sustainable meal kit, offsetting 100% of its direct carbon emissions and plastic packaging in every box. The range looks amazing, I'm so excited, and it's come at the perfect timing with all the chaos. So if you guys are interested, go to greenchef.us/BenJolliffe100, use my code BenJolliffe100 for $100 off, including free shipping of your first box. Now with that said, let's eat some lovely food and answer some lovely questions. Question 1, what was it like when you first held your son? There are no words to describe the love and the joy that moment was. I cannot describe it. Even now when I look back to it, I felt like I was in a different dimension, on another planet. It was so spiritual, it was so beautiful. And I know that, you know, with mothers, they have kind of 9 months to kind of grow this bond, right? But with fathers, a lot of the time it's like bam, you know, when they meet them, they have this love that floods in that they've never experienced before. And it was the most profound, beautiful moment of my life, like without a doubt. Question 2, do you feel like a father yet? That's a good question. And I think that's something that it's really weird because I have moments where I'm like, oh my God, I'm a father. Especially when I see our reflection in the mirror, or when I smell him and kiss him, or see, you know, some of our features in him. And it's just this feeling of like, yeah, your life has changed, but in such a beautiful way. So what changes are you making in your daily routine now that you are a father? Well, firstly, our routine is dictated by Lennon. Like, we don't know how long he's gonna sleep for, when he's gonna wake up, and all that kind of stuff. So it does mean it is harder to have specific routines, and it means you have to be okay with the unknown and things are gonna change. Before, I'd love going on a 2-hour bike ride and explore, be with nature, be present. But now, you know, obviously our son is the priority. So those kind of things you do have to sacrifice a little bit for now. With that said, our mental health is so important, especially right now, because babies feed off your energy. If you're stressed, they're stressed, and everything else becomes harder. So it's really important we make sure it's a priority to be as calm and focused as we can be, because it benefits our son as well. So for me, there's a few non-negotiables. I have to meditate every day, no matter what. I have to do some breath work to get my breathing, to get everything connected, to feel calm. And I have to do some form of exercise, even if it's just yoga, because that way, if you're set up right for the day, then everything else becomes easier, and it's better for your son. The best and worst thing about being a father. I would say the best thing about being a father is falling in love with this mini version of you that's so small and precious and perfect, and feeling this feeling that is ineffable. You cannot explain how much love and how much beauty this comes from. But I'd say the worst part about being a father is exactly what I just said. Loving something so beautiful and precious and small, something you've never felt before, because you're so worried of anything happening to him. So that is the best thing and also the worst thing. Since the birth of baby Lennon, how has your perspective on life changed? And I wouldn't say it's so much changed, but it's definitely grown. That gratitude and appreciation for the circular life and how it works is mind-blowing, but also, and probably more importantly, the celebration and appreciation I have for women, for what they have to go through from the start of birth to giving birth to even post-birth, having to be the food source and be calm, and it's so difficult. And I have nothing but admiration for that. And I think for me, the perspective on life and seeing the circular life has been beautiful. But more importantly, it's been that appreciation and gratitude for what women have to go through. What can I do, a husband/father, to help my significant other during the pregnancy? For me, I carried a little bit of guilt to start with. You know, she's the one that has to go through this change and all this stuff. But what I learned is that I have to be the emotional rock. I have to be good, so she's good, so the baby's good. And I think that's something we can do. Our energy and our calm and them knowing that we're there for them, we're supportive of them. If they're going through an emotional roller coaster because of all the hormones, all the natural stuff that happens, we can't be triggered by that. We have to be empathetic, we have to listen, we have to be understanding. And I think that's the most important thing we can do as a man. What do you think is the most challenging thing about being a new parent? I think the most challenging thing is staying calm, because the more I learn about how much energies can affect our child, like when you've got a screaming baby, you haven't slept much, there's a lot of stress, a lot of unknown, a lot of poop, everything. The hardest thing is to stay calm, and the most valuable thing you can do is to stay calm. So I think that's been the most difficult or the most challenging thing. Like, something I'm learning is like how to be responsible. What is responsibility? And learning that it's your responsibility. It's your ability to respond. So it's not what happens. You know, he might fall over and scrape a knee. That doesn't mean you're a bad parent. It's how you respond to that. So that's where it lives. And I think that's something that I'm really trying to learn. How do you juggle it all? Your work, career, social life, being a son, father, and a husband? Well, I don't know yet. I'm not sure. It's so fresh. And right now, obviously, a priority is on our son. And obviously, I get to have moments where I get to cook and do some work. But it's something that's going to be a process. They do say it takes like 6 weeks to kind of feel a routine and get a system going on. So I'm excited for that. So at the moment, I'm not really sure. Trying to figure it out one day at a time. Well, I know we've been chatting away, but this food looks bloody delightful. I'm so excited. I'm so hungry. So we're going to serve it up. Start off with a nice bed of rice, fresh slaw on the side, and our lovely bean pinto meatballs. Top with the lovely sauce. Wow, this looks absolutely delightful. Let's get mummy down and serve her up her Mexican pinto bean meatballs. Right, babe, welcome. We have a lovely hearty meal for you. You're recovering. Look how good she looks. She's just had a baby. You look great, babe.
I feel very fresh. I literally just got back from the hospital right now. They had to remove a couple more stitches, but ready to eat. I definitely built up an appetite.
Well, let's get you fed then. Cheers, babe. Does anyone else do this? Like we have to tap our food. Wow.
These are very hearty.
They're very hearty.
These are hearty meatballs.
Wow. Great. So while we eat this, we're just going to answer a couple more questions. How was the labor experience for you? Well, I mean, how was the labor experience for you?
Well, funny enough is I prepared so long and hard for the labor, reading a bunch of birthing books and watching like labor vlogs. But the labor was actually the easiest part of everything, including the pregnancy and like having the baby.
True.
I would say I had a really, really smooth and just nice labor experience.
We got lucky as well. I think all the staff at the hospital, the nurses, the midwives, everyone was so kind and empathetic, and they really looked after us. And we tried to make sure we had like fairy lights and calming music, and it was our doula that suggested creating an atmosphere, a calming atmosphere. And I think that really worked, and I think the energy, it was...
I feel like the bedside manner was nice because of that.
Yeah. So next question, had any scary moments with Lennon yet?
Honestly, like the first couple of days when he was home, my like anxiety was just off the roof. My biggest concern was like, is he breathing? Is he dead? And so, I don't know, I guess like babies have like quite shallow breathing sometimes. And I remember I was trying to nurse him, but he was like napping, and I was just holding him being like, oh my gosh, I think he's dead. So I was like, I literally screamed for bed being like, bah!
And I was mid meditation as well, so I was calm, and yeah, Jen was like, he's not breathing, and it was only a few seconds, and I completely, even though in the moment I understood, because you know it's a very common thing for new mothers to be worried about that, but obviously for me, for a few seconds, I was thinking, wow, I think our newborn child is, you know, it was a very scary moment. It was very quick, and it was understandable. It was something that he wasn't moving for a second.
No, he wasn't. He was really just like this, like.
He was just having a nap. He was just sleeping.
But it's just like, when you have a kid, your like primal instincts to protect your child is just off the charts. And so I think that's why my hormones were out of whack. I just genuinely thought our son was dead. It was not a great feeling.
Other than that, it's been, you know, pretty smooth sailing. He's been such an angel.
Yeah.
Sleeps well, eats very well. Everything's been good. Right, last question. What are you looking forward to most as Lennon grows up? This is a really hard one.
I mean, for a while, my answer was always like, oh, I'm so excited for when he goes to college and he comes back home and tells me what he's learned and, you know, new perspectives that he wants to analyze with me. I feel like children really link you to the modern world. And so I'm so happy that we have little Lenny to kind of plug us in, especially when we're, you know, older and set in our ways. It's gonna be nice to have like a youthful perspective on everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Our parents live in yesterday, we live in today, and our kids live for tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that, learning from him in every aspect. Like right now it's perfect. Like he's so small, he's so precious. Then the next thing he'll start talking and he'll start having a personality and start walking. So look, it's an impossible question to answer, but every aspect. I think, you know, we're trying to be very present, enjoy every moment, you know, because if we don't appreciate this moment, we'll forget how tiny and small he is right now.
He's so small.
He's so small.
He's literally like this big.
He's tiny.
He's so small.
He's fantastic. So yeah, there's so many things to look forward to. We're so excited. All the love and support from everyone has really meant so much to us. It's been very heartwarming. We're so happy. Obviously, you know, content, things like that, you know, obviously our priority right now is little Lenny boy, but we'll make sure to keep you guys informed. Thank you, Green Chef, for feeding us, for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.